Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, and I do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, Shema Yasharala Yahweh, Allah Yahweh Yahweh Echad. All right, and that's Bahasham Yahweh Shai Mashiach Salakia. Remember that it's not Shem, it's Shem. Bahasham Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. All right. So, man, we're going to be doing the Qadash Yam, and I've done this before, if you look back on my videos, but, it's a must we do that, Qadash Yam, to separate yourself. And it's, I'm doing it this late because I'm getting off the road from work, and, got to feed y'all, got to feed the sheep, like always, Everybody is, from what I see, everybody's learning. You can always learn more. And I'm not going to say that, y'all have went astray. I would just say a lot of people have been misinformed. Everybody's trying to be a teacher nowadays. Hey, it's not easy being a leader. I'm trying to tell you. I remember when I became officer, I didn't know I was going to get it. I was just trying to do something. I was asked to do some jobs. I said, yeah, I'll do it. I wasn't looking for it. It just blew right there on my doorstep. So this video is not about leadership. This is just about everybody trying to separate themselves and get themselves up to par and learn. So that's what the Qadash Yam is about, is helping people separate themselves and look at things in a different view with the precepts, because you learn through the precepts, okay? You always learn through the precepts. Let me, I'm not going to do that, man. Slide. I'm just going to get on with the lessons and teach. So we're going to start in the book of Psalms. Now, my videos are only going to be for like an hour. Reason that is that to keep people listening and viewing. When some people start seeing 3 hours, 4 hour videos, yeah, you can say, man, just, cut it up, listen to this part and that part. Yeah, that's good. But, some people are heavy hearted and they tired of watching 4 hour videos. So I'm going to do something different and give y'all an hour and then finish the rest up the next day to it, because the Qadash Yam is extensive. But that's why it's Qadash Yam, to separate themselves. All right. So we're going to start in the book of Psalms. We're going to start off at chapter 1. Lord willing, we can make it to chapter 9. If we don't, that's cool. And then after we get to chapter 9, we're going to go to Proverbs chapter 1. And then from Proverbs chapter 1, we're going to go to Genesis 1 and 1. And then from that, we're going to go to Deuteronomy 28, verses 1 through 2. And then skip to Deuteronomy 32, verse 1 and 2. And then we're going to go to the 613 laws, okay? The 613 laws, we're going to go to 1 law to 21 laws, okay? Anybody who's looking for the 613 laws, hit me up, and Lord willing, I can, hit me up with your email, and I can get you the 613 laws. And then after 613 laws, we'll go to Mathew chapter 1 and end at chapter 3, okay? So let's begin. This is the book of Psalms. This one is going on basically the happiness of the godly and the unhappiness of the ungodly. You should be happy if you do this. You're going to be real sad if you're this way, okay? So blessed is the man, verse 1, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of the sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doeth he meditate day and night. Now, people, I've learned the time that meditation is not just, going through the scriptures. It's actually thinking about what you just read and pondering on it and just thinking about things. Got to think about things. You got to see how things, what they're talking about. Okay? You got to think about it. What are they talking about? What? I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Then you start, oh, okay. I get it. I get it. Meditate day and night. Always thinking about things. Some people in the world, they meditate and they just, I don't know what the heck they be thinking about when you do that. But I understand through the spirit of Yahweh, putting the spirit on me to understand things and know what he's talking about, and, watching main videos that I watch all the time and understanding them and what they're talking about. And okay, cool. I got you. I get it. I get it. Just thinking about it all the time. Just think about it. Then you start here. You start thinking about precepts. You can here and there, a little there, a little. You know what I'm saying? You start knowing how to put precepts together because you be meditating on it. Oh, I get it, because you get understanding through the precept. You get some precepts over here, precept over here, and put them all together, rightly dividing the truth. Okay. So meditate day and night. Verse 3. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. How is that? By meditating therein. Because you're going to start to have an all around understanding once you start to meditate with these scriptures and meditate in these scriptures. But this one says, but his delight is in the law of the Lord, in verse 2. And in his law doeth he meditate day and night. And in his law do he meditate day and night. So I'm always thinking about the law. I'm in the law right now, thinking about it. It's like, yeah, okay, man, I got it. And yeah, I can see where people go wrong. Okay, cool. So let me think of, start going into the spirit of the law and start thinking about things. Yeah, what I'm saying? Yeah. And now I know how to operate in that law. Saying thou shalt not murder. Okay. I know how to meditate in that. Okay, cool. So the scripture is talking about if I murder, I gotta think what murder is. I gotta think about it. So now I don't want to murder nobody. Okay, then. But I gotta start thinking about what is considered murder. And the Most High is talking about when you do stuff on purpose, like you went into the woods with that brother knowing what you was gonna do. Some people call it premeditated murder. You know what I'm saying? You go out in the woods with somebody and you axe, and it's loose, and you're like, yeah, you've been playing with it around the corner. You know what I'm saying? You can flick it off and stuff. You know it's gonna work. It's gonna hit it, and you out there chopping wood, and you're like, man, and you sling it, and a dude behind you get hit. Yeah, that's murder, buddy. But then you got to think about what is considered an actual righteous kill. Somebody sleeping with your wife. That's adultery. And then you got to think about it. Oh man, we're not in our land right now. That ain't gonna fly here, man. So the Most High came up with different rules and start talking to Mashar about some things y'all can do, and you know what I'm saying? You can come up with different ways. Just, hey man, just give her, you don't even have to give her a bill of divorce after that. You know what I'm saying? She committed adultery, adulteress. That's why the government would come up with a system to, write these women's name down so all brothers won't mess with them. Plain and simple right there. All right. Verse 3, and he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. Right? That bringeth forth a tree planted by that bringeth his fruit. See, everybody's going to want to be around him. Why? Because everybody want to pick some fruit off that tree. Everybody want to ask him some questions. All right? He's meditating in the scripture. Everybody want to ask him a question about this and about that. And he's picking fruits that help them feed. They feeding themselves off this tree, and they're learning and getting these things, okay? His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. His leaf is his understanding. It's not going to fade away. It's not going to fade away. Whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. He's going to get it. Whatever he does is going to prosper because he understands. He meditates in the precepts all day. And that's what the Most High wants you to do, is meditate in them. Think about things as you read. Just, you'll be able to apply them. All right? Verse 5, therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For Yahweh knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. Again, therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment. Right? So again, therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment. In the judgment what? Seat. Nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. So ungodly's not going to stand in the judgment seat, judging people, because he doesn't meditate therein on the scriptures. He's not understanding these things. Right? Which, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. People that break the law, they're just not in there, man. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. It's ungodly, something about you you don't get. All right? That's why you're not in the seat of the judgment. You're not passing judgment on people because you don't meditate in the scriptures. You're not thinking about these things, man. You got to meditate therein. All right? Now we're going to chapter 2. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine vain things? Right? Why? The kings of the earth set themselves, and the ruler take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. Right? Cords make noise. Right? Bing, 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 bing. Their cords make noise. Vocal cords, what they saying. All right? Cast away their cords from us. Everything they say to us, man, let's get rid of that. So let's start over again. Why do heathen rage? Let me go to precept real quick. Let's see why the heathen rage real quick. Okay, so this is one reason why the heathen rage. Psalms 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. What? So when you go to estranged in the Hebrew, H21:14, to be a stranger, profane, hence to be a foreigner. What is profane? Not willing to do what is required of them. They're not willing to do which is required of them. Is keep the law. So they don't want to keep the law, so they just gonna start lying and raging because they don't really understand things. They don't understand that they're not supposed to do that because they're not willing to do which is required of them and keep the law. That's what's required of them. They don't want to keep it. Right? Let me get something else. because they're not willing to do which is required of them. This is Isaiah 66 and verse 4. I also will choose their delusions and will bring their fears upon them, because when I called, none did answer. When I spake, they did not hear, but they did evil before my eyes and chose that in which I delighted not. They're profane. They're not willing to do which is required of them. Right? Hear the word of the Lord, ye that tremble at his word. Your brethren that hated you, that cast you out for my name's sake, said, let the Lord be glorified, but he shall appear to your joy, and they shall be ashamed. They're going to be ashamed for what they've done to us. They're not willing to do which is required of them, man. They're jealous. Jealousy is cause you to rage and do these things, man. But they're just profane people, man. Back to Psalms chapter 2, verse 2. The kings of the earth set themselves. They set themselves, right? And the rulers that take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break the bands asunder and cast their cords from us. With everything's we saying and our bond that we're building right now. What we call that COINTELPRO. They sent agents in amongst us to break our unity up and everything else. That's what you call COINTELPRO. Right? Verse 4. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath. Then shall he speak unto them in his wrath. Man. And vex them in his sore displeasure. Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion. I will declare the decree. A decree is like something you write, laws. I will declare my laws, basically. He's going to bring them to life and things that he said. The Lord hath said unto me, thou art my son. This day have I begotten thee. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance. Ask of me. Will I give them? See, read. You can read about the Most High saying that he's going to give us the heathen for an inheritance. They're going to serve us. Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thine inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possessions. Babu Kashah, give me the heathen for the inheritance. And some of the best parts of the earth. I can have these heathens build my house, build my mansion, my estate. The water. Yahweh show me how shot my shot. Verse 9, thou shalt break them with a rod of iron, that thou shalt dash them in pieces like a potter's vessel. So you should want that. For what we've been done, and how we've broken down, and how COINTEL coming inside our community, the black community and everything else, man, got in the minds of our women and everything else, men as well. Hey, man, it's crazy. Verse 10, be wise now, therefore, O ye kings. Be instructed, ye judges of the earth. Serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and ye perish from the way, when his wrath is kindled but a little. Blessed are all they that put their trust in him. Mashaki Hawashai, what to come back and do what he say he gonna do, man? Yeah. I think about it all the time. I think about it all the time, man. Yeah, Hawashai cracking that sky, thinking something's gonna go wrong. These things are gonna happen, man. All right, now we're going to chapter 3. Chapter 3, Psalm of David, when he fled from Absalom, his son. Lord, how are they increased that trouble me? Many are they that rise up against me. Many there be which say of my soul, there was no help for him in Yahweh. Selah. Yeah, that's the end of that song. But thou, O Yahweh, art a shield for me, my glory, and the lifter up of mine head. I cried unto the Lord with my voice, and he heard me out of his holy hill. Selah. I laid me down and slept. I awakened, for the Lord sustained me. I will not be afraid of 10,000 of people that have set themselves against me round about. Rise, O Lord, save me, O my power, for thou hast smitten all my enemies upon the cheekbone. Thou hast broken the teeth of the ungodly. Salvation belongeth unto the Lord. Thy blessing is upon thy people. Selah. It's King David talking about it, man. He ain't finna be scared. Even if 10,000 people that was with him, he gonna be bold. He gonna be brave. Courage. And that's something that we can all aspire to. Be bold, be courageous. All right? Now we're going to chapter 4. Now, these things you meditate on. You meditate on from verse 4 on down, chapter 3, verse 4 on down. He said, I cried unto the Lord with my voice, and he heard me out of his holy hill. He cried to the Lord. This is really literal crying. You turn down the poor and something they need, and they know you got it, and they cry unto the Most High. That's a sin to you. That's a sin unto you. You just sinned. The Most High hear that cry. And some of y'all going to have to learn to cry. On that day you will. Chapter 4. Hear me when I call, O Yahweh of my righteousness. Thou hast enlarged me. When I was in distress, have mercy upon me. And hear my prayer, O ye sons of men. How long will ye turn my glory into shame? How long will ye love vanity and seek after leasing? Lying. Seek after lies, things that don't profit you. But know that the Lord hath set apart him that is godly for himself. The Lord will hear when I call unto him. Stand in awe. Like, dang. And sin not. Take him as an example. Commune with your own heart upon your bed and be still. Yeah, commune with your own heart. Think about it. Meditate. Meditate about some things, man. Think about some things on your own bed. Be to yourself sometimes. And, that's what he's saying. Be to yourself sometimes and just think about the Most High. Just think about some things, man. All right. Verse 5. Offer the sacrifices of righteousness and put your trust in Yahweh. There be many that say, who will shew us any good? There's many that say that. There be many that say, who will shew us any good? Lord, lift thou up the light of thy countenance upon us. Thou hast put gladness in my heart, more than in the time that their corn and their wine increase. More than that. I will both lay me down in peace and sleep, for the Lord only maketh me dwell in safety. Hey, man, I'm going to stop there, y'all. I'm getting tired and try to do this even more in daytime. But, Salakia, I said I was going to do something. I just can't. And, getting off work I didn't get off work pretty late. I just had a lot of things to do. So, and I'm getting pretty tired. So, I'm going to start back off. I understand I stopped at chapter 4. Hold on. Yeah, stop at chapter 5, beginning of chapter 5, and we'll start there. And I'm gonna set a time for me to do these things, and we're gonna continue into this. I just wanted to keep the time and keep this video going out to y'all. All right. And with that, I say, call Allah Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shah Mashiach, Barakatah. Barakatah.